What's up, beautiful bitches? It's Moon Mama here to do another energetic reading. How are we today? Guys, how was the 12/12 portal energy? Make sure y'all connect with me. I want to know how it went, if anything surfaced, if you worked through anything, if it worked to your advantage, disadvantage, whatever, let me know. I personally loved the energy. I worked through a lot. Yeah, some things definitely came up, but overall it was great. So I gotta say, Sag season is like really been my thing right now. It's like got me super fired up and shit, which is crazy. Cause I'm an earth sign, so sometimes like fire and all the other signs honestly can be like a little too much for me. I'm like, meh. But no, I've been like super fired up and it's exciting. So today we have a lot going on energetically and cosmically right now. I feel like I just recorded the 12/12 portal video and I'm back again, bitches. So December 14th, today there is a new moon solar eclipse, yes, in Sag. So let me kind of break down a couple of those elements to kind of help navigate what that means. So, you know, new moons are all about fresh starts, new beginnings, wiping the slate clean, right? Focusing on moving forward, whereas full moons are releasing the old and letting go of the past. So new moon, and then solar eclipse. There's solar eclipses, which is the sun, and there's lunar eclipses, which is the moon. Solar, the sun is all about me, right? Self-expression, my desires, internal roadmap. Excuse me, already moving energy, babies. So, what a solar eclipse is when the earth is partly covered in the moon's shadow, right? So that blocks the sunlight. But energetically, right, this is a time to focus on internal. So, and eclipses are super potent energy of like cutting out things that no longer serve, okay? So if there's stuff that you've been putting off, especially related to me, self-expression, relationships, playing small, careers, jobs, whatever that has to do with me, internal desires, self-expression. If you've been like I kind of like this, but I'm still kind of here because it's comfortable, like eclipse, it's that time, like as if the 12/12 portal wasn't enough of this bitch, like no, yeah, so it's an eclipse now, so it's the universe's way of like really, and I say nudge, but bitch, I mean like pushing you off the cliff, like nope, that no longer serves, so I'm gonna cut that shit out of your life. A lot of people can tend to like kind of panic about like, oh my god, it's an eclipse, I might lose my relationship. Okay, so like if you're having that thought, bitch, that relationship probably doesn't serve you, right? It's not based in solid foundation, but that's another thing. Anyways, though, yeah, it can bring about sudden change, big change, like and this could be at a typically all energetic stuff happens at a collective level and also at an internal level. So that being, and it's also in Sag. So Sag, fire sign, super passionate, adventurous, curious, like the full energy, like just fucking goes for it and just, I'm gonna see what fucking happens, like why not, right? Like, so that's a whole nother layer to it, right? So that being said, again, I'm gonna do 3 specific questions this time and see what spirit wants to bring in. So yeah, welcome you guys. I love and appreciate all of you being here. I'm glad we can work through all this together. So let's get started. I'm curious to see what's gonna come in, yeah? Okay, so spirit, I'm gonna start with this first question. What internal changes might surface with this new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius? I don't know if y'all can hear, but it's raining outside and it's like, I love it. It's just going with the energy so well, right? Like, we releasing the old with that 12/12 portal, bitch, and bringing in the new, okay? So what internal changes might surface with this eclipse? Take 1 card, spirit. Thank you. Oh. The waning moon. What do you need to release? I mean, come on. Eclipse is like, I'm giving you the chance to release it. If not, I'm going to get that shit out by myself. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to nudge you along. Pew! Okay? So, yeah. What internal changes might surface? What emotions, entities, energies are affecting you personally? Stop looking at what's around you and all that. Bring it back to self. What needs to be released that is not serving or is blocking or is hindering or is hurting, right? Let the shit go. And part of knowing what that is, right, is facing it, okay? So if there's some stuff that you've been feeling like kind of iffy about, not sure, like maybe, this eclipse will show you, okay? If the eclipse cuts it out, bitch, let it. Let it go. That's making room for better stuff to come in. People, places, experiences, whatever. I know it feels scary, bitch. Just ride it. Enjoy this Sag season. Fire it up, bitches, okay? I'm going to pull 3 cards to clarify this. What internal changes might surface with this eclipse? 3 cards, please, Spirit. There's 1. Thank you. Ooh. 2 more, please. What internal changes might surface with this eclipse? Interessante. 1 more. I watch a lot of Dora the Explorer with my son, so don't mind my random little Spanish words. Thank you. Okay. So we're getting King of Pentacles. Trying to not get a glare there, y'all. There you go. Followed by the 7 of Swords. Followed by the 4 of Wands. Look at that. Okay. So the question was, what internal changes might surface with this eclipse? Yeah. Major themes of stability coming through. Like, what do you need to release as far as your foundation, or what maybe used to be your foundation or your sense of stability, whether this is career, whether this is a relationship. If there's anything you're staying in for comfort and stability with this King of Pentacles, this can also be a father figure. Some stuff might come up with any dads, partners, husbands. But if there's anything you're staying in for comfort or stability, it's likely going to be cut out, or something's going to surface. With this 7 of Swords, this is a energy, like a really sneaky energy. Like, see how she had to pick up her swords and like get out of there? She's looking back like, shit, is anyone following me? Yeah, it can be a card of deceit. It can be a card of something might come to the surface that leaves you feeling like somebody might do you wrong. Some secrets might come out. I don't say this to scare you. That's never, you know. But it's good, guys. Because it's the universe's way of showing you, like, who somebody really is, right? Like, there's that quote, something about, like, when someone shows you who they are, believe it. So if you've been ignoring somebody's behavior, somebody's actions towards you, lack of action towards you, lack of reciprocity, those types of things, because it's comfortable, because it feels stable, because I have a home to sleep in, right? Yeah. Not anymore, guys, okay? And then with this 4 of Wands, yeah, this is that card of, this can be a card of marriage, a card of, this is like the 11-11 card, a manifestation card, right? See the 4 Wands, 11-11. But yeah, again, this is relating to stability. Like, guys, if there's anything that you feel needs to be released, that inside is telling you, don't think about anybody else, how it's going to affect anybody else, how it's going to hurt anybody else. I love that you have a big heart. I'm right there with you, boo. But not when it affects you internally. It is not your obligation to take care of or to baby anybody, okay? Except your babies. And even then, you have to take care of yourself first, right? You can't give from an empty cup. So, I'm going to clarify these further as well. Another set of baby cards. Aren't these cute? Spirit, I'm going to pull 1 card for why is this King of Pentacles here? Or you can give me one. Give me this too. Okay, so the King of Pentacles is being clarified by the High Priestess and the Ace of Swords. Interesting. Why is the Seven of Swords here, Spirit? One card. Two cards again. Seven of Swords is getting the Seven of Cups and the Page of Wands. Okay. Spirit clearly ain't listening to a fucking thing I'm saying today. I feel you. I have those days, boo. Okay, and then Four of Wands. Why is the Four of Wands here, Spirit? Why is the Four of Wands here? Why is the Four of Wands here, Spirit? Okay. And the Four of Wands, yeah, is getting that King of Swords. Alright. So again, the question being, what internal changes might surface with this eclipse? So there's that stability with the King of Pentacles is getting the High Priestess and the Ace of Swords. Yeah, there's deep inner knowing about what no longer serves you when it comes to your foundation, when it comes to that King of Pentacles energy. You know, with this High Priestess, you have deep inner knowing, right? And with this eclipse, this is telling me that things that were maybe hidden under the surface are going to come to light. Okay? But that brings clarity. This Ace of Swords, that brings, when you get rid of all that junk, the stuff that you know you've been kind of like putting off, when you get it out of you, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, and you make room for that clarity to come through, right? You cannot receive that clarity when you've got all this energy, entities, and emotions taking up your physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental space, right? You don't have room for clarity. Bitch, you can't listen because you've got all this other shit and you're like, right? It's that energy, okay? So this eclipse is going to bring things to the surface that you've maybe been ignoring, but it's good that it's being brought to the surface, right? It gives you that chance. Look, it's always two things, guys: evolve or repeat. Do you want to evolve the lesson or do you want to repeat? You want to keep doing what you're supposed to do even though it doesn't feel right? Fuck what society says. Fuck what your parents said. Figure it out for you, okay? And that's going to bring about a new sense of clarity, that Ace of Swords, right? Okay, so the Seven of Swords being clarified with the Seven of Cups and the Page of Wands. Yeah. Okay, so there's likely some things that are going to come up, whether it's, this is swords, the Seven of Swords. Remember, this card, it can be of like trickery, sneaky behavior, right? Something coming out. But with that information coming out, whether it's an intuitive hit, whether it's actually someone giving you information, whether it's just something you feel, whatever, right? It brings you the option, right? The Seven of Cups. Or like it brings you the reminder of the options you have, right? You are not forced to stay in any situation that is not serving you anymore. You have free will and you have choice. No matter what society has told you, no matter what you believe because of what you learned when you were a child, whatever. You actually always have free will. You have choices. You have options, okay? And in learning this information, whatever it is that comes out, or this intuitive hit or whatever, you're going to remember like, oh shit, I have other options, okay? And that brings about this Page of Wands energy, right? Pages can be messages. Wands are that fire energy, baby, Sag season, okay? You could receive messages, new offers, new job offers, maybe even new bitches might be hitting up your DMs, letting you know, like, bitch, you got options, okay? Boo-boo. I'm just saying. But yeah, there's gonna be some new, passionate, fiery options, choices coming through for you to remember that you are not stuck in anything. You are able to leave any situation that is not serving you. People, places, experiences at any time, okay? This Four of Wands being clarified with this King of Swords, okay? Again, remember that Four of Wands, it's bringing us back to that stability, like your foundation, right? Give me one sec. Yeah. You need to be very clear and direct, right? Because whether you're aware of it or not, you have spirit, you have your highest self, you have creator helping you to manifest whatever you subconsciously believe, okay? So this eclipse is helping you to release the old so that you can get to that King of Swords energy and being very clear and concise, assertive, maybe even asserting boundaries with people when it comes to your stability. So this could be parents, partners, past partners, whoever, baby daddies, okay, whatever, baby mamas. You need to assert boundaries and you need to stick to them, okay? Release any ideas, any nostalgia around what could have been. Because, bitch, if it wanted to be, it was going to be. What is yours is always going to be yours. So even if you broke up with someone, you left a job, whatever, if it's meant to be, it'll come back. And I know that's a really hard lesson for us in our little tiny human brains to understand because we want to be in control. Bitch, we are not in control. Ever. Even when you think you are, you're not in control, okay? So let's move on to our second question. Yeah. All right, Spirit, so I want to know what internal desires might surface with this eclipse. What internal desires? Let's do one card. What internal desires might surface with this new moon solar eclipse in Sag? One card, please. What desires, internal desires might surface? Thank you. Okay, so we're getting the nothing is yet set in stone card, and that's the Mutable Moon. Okay, interesting. So again, the question was, what internal desires might surface with this eclipse? Yeah, this, by letting go and releasing all this stuff around foundation, etc., it's bringing in this energy of this desire for nothing to be set in stone, right? This mutable energy. It's like, okay, so I don't know yet, but like I know what I don't want, and so like I'm cool and I'm safe in this space of I don't really know because nothing's set in stone. I have time to discover. I have time to look within, right? Internal solar eclipse. But I know that nothing is yet set in stone. Things can change. I can flow with these waves of change. Okay, look at all that emotion in that card, guys. All right, let's clarify that, guys. 3 cards, please, Spirit, to clarify what internal desires might surface with this new moon solar eclipse in Sag. 3 cards, please, Spirit. Please show me 3 cards. What internal desires might surface? Yeah. 2 more, please. 2 more cards, please. Thank you. Okay. First out was the Ace of Cups, followed by Temperance, followed by the another King of Swords. Yeah, wow. A lot of clarity coming through, y'all. When you release this shit, let the shit go. Clarity wants to come in, okay? So what internal desires might surface with this eclipse? Okay. There's a desire for a new, emotionally fulfilling beginning. Okay? And this Temperance card wants you to have patience with yourself, with your journey. This self-discovery and all this releasing we're doing, right, like I said in the 12-12 portal reading, can feel very raw and vulnerable, okay? Spirit's asking you to understand that there's divine timing in everything, okay? We can only comprehend so much, okay? But there's such a bigger plan that we can't see, right? And Spirit's like, there's always divine orchestration happening behind the scenes, okay? Nothing is yet set in stone. Yeah, there's like this mutable energy. It's like this, now being able to flow and not be so stuck in that, you know, that like distorted emperor energy, like that egoic, like I'm in control if I do this and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's like an understanding of, wow, I can allow clarity to come in. I can assert my wants and needs and my boundaries with this King of Swords. I can trust in divine timing and divine orchestration, right? And I can allow, let it in, let it flow, these new emotionally fulfilling beginnings to come in. Yeah. And that's what your soul desires, guys. Like, there's a reason you don't feel happy when you're trying to be so in control. I say this because I know it, bitch. I've done it my entire life because it's what we were taught. Like, it's egoic. And it doesn't work anymore, okay? Let's clarify, guys. Hopefully Spirit will listen. Not give me so many damn cards. I love you, Spirit. All right, let's clarify this Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, wrong cards. Ace of Cups. Why is this Ace of Cups here? Why is this Ace of Cups here? Thank you. Ace of Cups is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. What about this Temperance card? Temperance is getting the the Five of Cups and the Two of Cups. Okay. And this King of Swords. Why is this King of Swords here? And this King of Swords is getting the Four of Cups. Okay. All right, so pardon. Throat chakra's acting up a little bit. Are we self-expressing something around speaking your wants, needs, truth? Okay, so what internal desires might surface with this eclipse? Okay, so the Ace of Cups is getting the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, there is a desire, right? Because you've let go, you've released all these things of what doesn't serve you when it comes to your stability, your foundation, right? There is this desire to want to start over new with things that are emotionally fulfilling that have to do with your Ten of Pentacles, right? That like absolute stability in the 3D, right? Like building your family, building your foundation, whatever that looks like for you. There is this desire to want to start over fresh, okay? And that's beautiful. Allow it to, and know that nothing is yet set in stone, right? Like, but by allowing everything to release, this eclipse can bring in some new fresh beginnings for you, right? This Ace of Cups energy. Okay, and then the Temperance being clarified by the Two of Cups and the Five of Cups. Okay. Yeah, so Temperance, remember, trusting divine timing, having patience during your journey, okay? There's this Two of Cups with this Five of Cups. Two of Cups can be that soulmate energy, also just partnership, right? You need to trust the process when it comes to partnerships, whether this is career, whether this is soulmate, you know, because there's some energy, this Five of Cups, of focusing on, this came through in the 12-12 portal too, guys, focusing on the Three Cups. This is a card of regret. Like, I'm so focused on these Three Cups that fell over, I don't see these two behind me. Okay? Trust that those Three Cups fell over for a reason. Guys, everything is happening for you, not to you. Get out of that victim mentality if you're stuck there. That doesn't mean you don't get to feel through and have pain and be upset about the things that did happen in your life. That means after feeling through that, you come to that realization like, oh shit, that brought really beautiful things. That relationship, as fucked up as it was, as much as I felt so much heartbreak, I learned a lot, okay? Whether it was things you didn't want, but also I learned how to speak my voice. I learned how to assert my needs. I learned that I'm worthy of asserting my needs. Whatever came through, right? That job taught me this, and this, even though there was, you know, heartbreak and what felt like failure, no such thing. Lesson learned, okay? Trust divine timing, that the partnerships that have happened that did not work out, it's all for your highest and best good, even though you can't see that right now. That's that temperance, okay? You can't see it, but just trust the process. Trust that there's divine orchestration behind the scenes, okay? And this King of Swords being clarified with this Four of Cups, okay? It's funny because in this Four of Cups, this guy's not even looking at the Three of Cups. He's looking at the one that's being offered. So, yeah, there's this desire with this eclipse to really be clear and decisive with this King of Swords and assertive on focusing on the new cups that are coming in, because they are. Let those ones stay in the past down here. Fuck them. I mean, I know they, you know, you went through and you worked through it and all that, and that's beautiful, but like, yeah, let's focus that attention towards the new stuff coming in. And even though it might not be like every offer is not going to be an offer for you, but it just reminds you that there are the choices, right? That nothing is yet set in stone, that we can move with these waves of change and learn and discover through our emotions, right? Beautiful. Okay, so let's move on to our third question. Again, you guys, I will post advice at the end for each of these sections. All right, Spirit, last question. How can we best use this eclipse energy? I want to know how we can best use this eclipse energy, Spirit. Please show me one card. How can we best use this eclipse energy? New moon, solar eclipse, and Sag. How can we best use this eclipse energy? Please show me one card. Please show me one. Thank you. The balsamic moon. A time for healing. Guys, I know if you've been doing as much healing as I have, it's kind of like, how the fuck do I still have healing to do? Like, it really can be like, that's all I've been fucking doing. Literally all of 2020, that's all I've done. And 2019, let me be real with you. But that's such a tiny, minute time, and time is not even fucking real, okay? We can only comprehend it so much, right, in our human brains. Again, but there's divine orchestration always, okay? Patience. Have patience in this journey. Use this energy with this eclipse to focus on internal healing. Remember, solar eclipse, internal desires, self-expression, goals, you know, like, heal. Because if you don't heal, because there's the healing of releasing your past, right? That's a whole different thing. But there's also the healing in becoming this new, raw, vulnerable person. Getting comfortable with intimacy, with self. Always with self first before we can even give to others. Intimacy, vulnerability, navigating this brand new, like, newborn baby phase, right? Like, there's healing involved in that because it's not easy. It feels really scary, and our society doesn't really set us up for it, right? Like, they set you up to stay in their matrix that works for them, okay? Which only makes it more scary because it's like, what the fuck? Am I the only one doing this? It feels like everyone else in the world is doing something different. I know. When I say I know, boo-boo. Okay, Spirit, let's clarify 3 cards for this. How can we best use this eclipse energy? How can we best use this eclipse energy? Thank you. Ooh. How can we best use this eclipse energy? 2 more cards, please, Spirit. 2 more cards, Spirit. There's one more. One more, please. How can we best use this eclipse energy? Show me one more card, please, Spirit. Thank you. Y'all, if y'all watch my 12/12 portal reading, I'm just remembering, I didn't clarify with the baby cards on the last section. I just finally watched. I usually don't watch my videos back, but I just watched it and I was like, oh shit, my bad. It all happened how it was supposed to, but sorry about that. Okay, so we're getting the Devil, followed by the Page of Pentacles, followed by the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so how can we best use this eclipse energy? Yeah, so with a time for healing, the Devil coming out, you guys, where are there any remaining codependencies, addictions, thoughts, behaviors, ties, karmic contracts, bonds that are outdated, that no longer serve you, guys? This can be addiction to relationships, toxicity. This can be addiction to drugs, alcohol. This is an addiction to coping, okay? However you were coping, which you were surviving, okay? I coped for a long time, you were surviving. But use this eclipse energy to heal, to move away from this Devil energy, to cut the ties with codependencies, with addictions, with coping mechanisms, right? And allow yourself to start over with this Page of Pentacles. Allow yourself, Pentacles are 3D energy, right? Here in this material world, okay? Start over fresh. It's okay to start over. I know it can feel like you can get in this comparison thing with, well, everyone at my age is doing this and I should be here. Cut that shit out. Start over. Because those people a lot of times, and not always, sometimes those people just got a head start, and that's okay. You are not them and they are not you for a reason, right? But it's okay to start over, and it's okay to do it differently than someone else that you know, right? Allow this new beginning, because you got the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, y'all. Allow this new beginning and this new energy of starting fresh. Let it heal you. Don't be ashamed of it. Embrace that shit. You've been working through this Devil energy, these very heavy things, right? Whether they were coping mechanisms, whether they were attachments, codependencies. That shit's not easy, okay? And you likely took that on either at a very young age or even in past lives, okay? If you're working through past life stuff too. And it's deep. And you're breaking not only karmic cycles, but like societal patterns, you guys. Going against what feels like the world is saying is not right? Okay, that's a lot. Allow this new energy and this healing energy to come in with this solar eclipse, to really focus on yourself and starting over and allowing yourself to start over. That's a beautiful energy. It's like getting a second chance, okay? And trusting that that's in your highest and best good with that Temperance card, right? Okay, Spirit, let's clarify. Why is the Devil here? Why is the Devil here, Spirit? One card. Thank you. Getting 2. Oh, we're getting 3. Okay. The Sun, the Magician, and the 5 of Wands. Let's see if I can get them all on there. Yeah. So the Devil is being clarified by the Sun, the Magician, and the 5 of Wands. Wowza. Move these bad boys over. Okay. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here, Spirit? One card. Thank you. Ooh, there it is. Tower. Let it burn down, bitch. Okay. That is an eclipse energy right there. The Tower. Sudden change. Bitch, I gave you the option. I was nice. I nudged. And now I burned the bitch down. That is eclipse energy. And why is the Page of Pentacles here? Page of Pentacles, one card. It wants to give me both of these. Yeah. Page of Pentacles is getting the Ten of Swords and the Justice. Okay. So, what this is telling me, the Devil's getting the Sun. Okay, hello, solar eclipse, Sun, all about you. Sun can also be a card of inner child. Childlike joy, right? The Magician, a card of manifesting, and the 5 of Wands, a card of conflict. So when the question was, how can we best use this eclipse energy? Yeah. I want you to connect to your inner child, because that's where your innermost desires lie, right? And a lot of times we shut that off at a very young age because we either had an experience or unworthiness or abandonment issues or something that came up that told us to not listen to that because it wasn't right. Okay? Could happen at a young age or an older age, either or. I want you to connect to your inner child, to identify that devil energy. What are the people, places, and experiences that you're holding on to, that you feel tied to, chained to, that no longer serve? And I want you to manifest with the Magician, because you can. You have this inside of you, guys, when you tap into it and you learn to have self-worth and to understand your gifts, right? Manifest moving away from this conflict, this Five of Wands, you guys. Wherever there's conflict, and it's fiery, that's Wands, okay? That devil energy with that Five of Wands, wherever there's conflict, relationships, careers, partnerships, business partnerships, anything, you guys, if you are feeling conflicted about it, I want you to dig into, use this solar eclipse energy to dig into, what is your inner child saying? What are your innermost desires saying? Is it time to cut that shit out? If so, this eclipse is going to help do that, okay? The Ace of Pentacles getting the Tower, yeah. So the Tower, right, is the foundations that are crumbling. This is happening at a very collective level. I don't know if you can tell, with our, like, the politics and all the shit that's no longer serving us. It's crumbling for a reason, okay? And I know it can feel scary, but guys, it's a beautiful thing. This needs to happen. And all this dark ass shit that's coming to surface, as hard as it is, feel through it, work through it, send out love, light, and healing to yourself and to others, guys. Because this is happening for a reason. This is happening so that we can start over with this Ace of Pentacles and really discover, okay, those foundations don't work for us anymore. That patriarchy bullshit, it ain't for us no more, boo. So let's bring in this Ace of Pentacles energy through healing to discover what does work for us. We're a different generation. We're not following that bullshit anymore, okay? Allow that shit to fall. Allow it to die off, okay? Let it go. I'm literally hearing that fucking Frozen song. Let it go, let it go, let it go, bitch. Because it brings about this energy of really being able to start over, okay? The Page of Pentacles is clarified by the Ten of Swords and the Justice. Yeah, buddy. Okay, so in order to get this, whether it's a message, whether it's an offering, or whether it's just like that immature starting over energy in the 3D, you gotta let the things, I mean, again, it's just like reiterating. Ten of Swords, look, this is a bloody ending. This is the end of a bloody battle, okay? Wherever in your life, relationship, career, partnerships, people, places, experience, wherever it's ready to fucking die off, let it die off. Let your scales of justice come into balance, okay? Libra energy here, you guys. If there's there could be divorces that are finalizing, court cases. This can be the justice system. Whatever. Allow those scales of justice to balance out, and you do that by allowing things to die off so that you can start over and have this new Page of Pentacles energy and Ace of Pentacles. That's in the 3D. That's here. Like, that's not even just what you're manifesting, what you connect to in the 5D, 7D, 13D, all that. No, that's here in the 3D too. Like, creators, like, I want to give you new beginnings. I want you to start over, but starting over requires you start at the bottom. And don't let your ego tell you anything about that shit. Fuck your ego. I say that lightly because your ego does serve a good purpose. However, when you know how to work with it, right? Okay, don't allow that egoic response to be like, oh, this means I'm throwing away all this shit no, it doesn't. Every single fucking thing that you've done, that you've gone through, that you've conquered, because bitch, you've conquered, has made you who you are. You were meant to go through those things. And when you switch that mind frame, You bring about healing, okay? Yes, you guys. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. It's a lot, but eclipses are, you guys. Work with it. Flow with it, baby, okay? All right, I'm going to pull advice for each of these sections. So, Spirit, what advice do you have for this first section? What internal changes might surface with this eclipse? What advice do you have?